Word, son. What do you do, YouTube? It's your boy Jay Divine. All right, man. Before we get into this video, make sure to like button, comment, subscribe, share the word, spread the links, because you know how I do. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, click the bell icon to be notified every time I upload. Without further ado, let's get up into it. All right, man. So as of June 27th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the M23 beta is officially done. It is no more. So everybody who got the chance to experience it, you know, everybody checked it out. Whoever got to do it early, that's cool too. And for the ones that missed out, I hate to break it to you, but you weren't really missing nothing. So don't feel bad. You know what I mean? I would have felt the same as that way if I didn't get a code or if I didn't sign up. But like I said, the people who missed out on the beta, y'all didn't miss much. Okay, so I don't know, man. Like, M23 isn't like this real. Man is really like in the gray area. Like, you know what I'm saying? If not the red area, and I'll say the gray area. Because it's like, I see a lot of people talking about pass rushing, right? People talk about pass rushing and how it's more tuned to where, you know, there's constant, you know, pressure being brought to the pocket. So you're no longer standing there with all the time in the world to make your reads. So that's cool and all. But the problem with that is, every time I turn around and look, my guys are constantly let these guys run off the edge, and they're planting their feet, pretending like they can't move their feet to hold off the edge. You know what I'm saying? The only way that these guys stop doing it is if their blocking resistance gets brought up. Now, to be honest with y'all, man, like, it's kind of not fair, you know what I mean, to have an animation be catered to be able to show that there's edge heat. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? I can understand if it was one of those things where if a guy's running off the edge and he's just catching my guy off balance, you know, because that's what a lot of the times, that's what it all boils down to, is like strength and like angles. You know what I'm saying? So like, or strength, momentum, and angles, because that's what it really like boils down to when you're rushing off the edge. Because I've seen several times where you got somebody like Khalil Mack, he might try to hit a guy off the edge if he can be able to if he can be able to hit the corner in time, or be able to just, you know, have true grit and beat him to the corner and get around him. But at the same time, you got guys that will, you know, see that, okay, he's going to expect me to hit the edge this time, so since he's putting all his motion, since he's putting all his weight and momentum to the right, I'm gonna switch back on the other side of him. He not gonna be able to catch me in time. You know what I mean? So it's those kind of games, but man just has it set to only where guys are only rushing off the edge with just a small rip, and then bam, I'm off the edge, I'm free, I'm coming to get the sack. You know what I mean? So I just really hate how it takes that in order for edge heat to be, you know, dominant per se. And then if that's not that, then got the mid-air knockouts. I hope to God that gets fixed, because that's probably going to be what deters me from Madden this year. Guarantee you. You know what I mean? It's not right to have somebody like Mike Evans, Keenan Allen, DK Metcalf, who else can we say? DeAndre Hopkins. It's not right to have those kind of physical players to be able to go up for the ball, but just because you stand there and you push me out of midair, or you take one hand, grab me, and sling me to the ground, that immediately equates to him, you know, being able to, you know, get the ball out of get the ball out of my hands, or knock the ball out of my hands. Like, wide receivers don't go up with that intention of only catching the ball if I don't get touched. Like, that's not what football is. You know what I mean? So you got that. And then also the run blocking still, when I ran the single back single back bunch, and when I do like the quick toss to the right, I'm still seeing guys missing their assignments, still not engaging in blocks. And oh my God, it's so many things that are like wrong with this game. You know, it's not even a game, it's a beta. I understand that part, but it's too many things that you guys should be letting slide through for it to even be a beta. Like, that should be one of the improvement areas, you know. So aside from that, last thing I want to mention, you got the escape artist. Now I tested out escape artist, and I can say it has been toned down significantly. You know what I mean? Now, to be real with you, I couldn't really tell the difference between having escape artist on and having it off. Maybe there's a slight difference when it's activated, but it's really nothing to really shake a stick at, honestly. You know what I mean? But it has been toned down, so it's not as glitchy as it was before. But I will say this. The one thing that I don't like about scrambling for QBs, and I hate the fact that they did this, they made it to where that now when you try to like scramble, they insta shed almost immediately and match speed with you. I had somebody like what's his name? Kyler Murray, right? I had somebody like him, and I was playing on All Madden. Now, several times you guys have seen this, multiple times. Anytime a quarterback, matter of fact, give you an example, Lamar has done this a few times. a quarterback will drop back, and when he drops back, he'll might see a gap. If they're only rushing 3, he'll see a gap that he can run through. So he'll do his little 3-step, 4-step drop or whatever, take his drop steps, and as soon as he finishes with that last step, he'll step in and just go and just hit the gap, whatever hole he see he's gonna hit. But the thing about Madden is to negate players from being able to run the ball at will when they're scrambling. They have guys insta-shed almost immediately and then match speed. This is the same thing that we deal with now currently in Madden 22. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, it's one thing to get an angle on somebody. Okay, cool, I can understand that. But it's another thing where you make it somewhat of a band-aid fix to, like I said, deter players from taking their rightfully owned QBs that can scramble and take their abilities and make it seem like it's not even worth the good use, because these linemen that have no abilities on there are somehow able to insta-shed immediately off these linemen that aren't slouches either. You know what I'm saying? The thing I want you guys to understand is this. Granted, if I hit a gap and it closes up last minute, I try to squeeze through there, cool, it's a sack. I understand, that's my fault, I shouldn't have did that. But it's one thing where I got a gaping hole to run through, and then as soon as I get there, try to run through, then all of a sudden here come the D lineman being able to insta-shed and scoot over immediately to the spot where I'm about to be at and get a tackle for a loss, which doesn't even make sense because that lineman should be holding his own. You know what I'm saying? The thing I want people to understand is whenever QBs run the ball, they have to understand that there's holding on 90% of these plays. There's always holding. They just have to call it. You understand what I'm saying? I wish man would stop making people think that just because I'm running the ball and you're trying to stop me from running the ball, insta-shading should not be a way to stop me from running the ball. You want to stop me from running the ball? Okay, cool. How about you take the line and bunch them up in the middle? If you know I'm finna run it up the middle, take the line and bunch them up in the middle. Tell them to blitz straight down the middle and bunch them up. If you want me to stop running it up the gut, you want me to stop running, toss it to the left, scoot the line over and tell them to blitz on the left side. You know, and then vice versa for the other side. But stop having them be able to match speed with me as soon as I take off running. Like, stop doing that. You know what I mean? Like, it aggravates me so bad, the fact that these Band-Aid fixes are okay with the community, but nobody has said a word about it because that's what they need to be able to stop somebody. And I get it, okay? I play guys who all they do is say height and just roll out 15 yards to the right and then throw a crossing route. I understand completely as to why y'all don't mind it, but at the same exact time, if I'm making a smart decision when I drop back and I decide to take off up the middle because you don't have rarely anybody blitzing, don't punish me for making the right decision. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not fair, and it's not even correct X's and O's for you to allow even an insta-shed like that to happen, because old linemen and D linemen is always a war in the trenches. So you can't pick and choose when these guys are going to fight in the trenches and then all of a sudden now, oh, he's scrambling, insta-shed. No, like, that's not football, so stop allowing it to be the norm. But yeah, man, that's literally what my thoughts are about the whole state situation of Madden 23. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below, man. Appreciate your love, Sweat Chopper, showing the videos, man, most definitely. I'm gonna get up out of here. Make sure you like button, comment, subscribe, share the word, spread the links, you know how I'm gonna do. But like I said, man, I'm gonna get up out of here. It's your boy Jay Devon, and I'm signing out. Peace.